With Splint's Friends and Foes program,
You can call your friends all you want.
and we'll charge it to your foes.
It's that simple,
Whether it be your ex-wife or your boss, your abilities get paid for you.
By the people you hate the most. Give us a list of your friends and foes.
and we'll take care of the rest.
Splint, where you get revenge.
And savings at the same time.
Introducing the amazing state-of-the-art Invisimask.
I'm about ready to walk into the big box store. No thanks, I have the Invisimask on. Thank you. And the best thing about the Invisimask is you have the confidence to go out and do the things you always like to do without the cumbersome mask being on. Oh, I have the Invisimask on. Can't you see? Oh, silly me. You can't see it. I have the Invisimask on, though. Totally covered. Thank you. Introducing the amazing, high-tech Invisimask. Yes, we've used advanced nanotechnology, and we've developed a completely invisible mask that works with your immune system. It allows you to breathe in and breathe out with no obstruction, keeping you healthy and safe. Now you can go out in confidence into public wearing your Invisimask. And when they say, "Where's your mask?" you can say, "Ha ha ha, I've got the Invisimask on. Thank you very much. Have a nice day and shine them your beautiful smile, because that's what it's all about. Smiling." Thank you very much. And by the way, we've teleported one to everyone's face. You already have one. So go out and enjoy your Invisimask and live as a free human as it was meant to be. God bless. Welcome, welcome, welcome back to Truth Quest. My name is Aaron Moriarity. I will be your host, and we're going on a quest for truth together. Well, here we are again, friends. It's Wednesday, and as you know, we do this Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays because we're just downrange of strange, where the outrageous is contagious, and the paranormal is the new normal. Oh yeah. We wouldn't have it any other way. Alrighty then. Okie dokie, Pinocchio. I hope you're all having a wonderful week. We're in the middle of the week. In the midst of it, you might say. You might say that. Well, I had a... I was in the chat of another show. It's a show that I watch. I don't watch a show all the time, but a lot of times I'm watching EC Reads, the daily brief from Badlands. It's the show that it's not a Badlands show. It's this guy EC, and he reads. And he's a pretty cool guy. He does a thing on Bitcoin too. But so the other day I was in the chat, and I mentioned something about the Invisimask, and EC said, "That right there, don't stop that product. That's the best product ever." And he said, I would play that video. So I sent him the link to the YouTube, or to the Rumble of that, and he played it on his show the other night. So I was very, very pleased that got some extra airplay. Made 5 years ago, really, I was just trying to help people to realize that they've got an immune system and they really don't need to, inhibit their breathing for health. And so there you go. Well, let's go on over to Chatlandia, because I know that's where everyone is hanging out these days, and we love going over there. So let's go. Let's go, shall we now? Okie dokie, Pinocchio. Well, there's Catherine Weiss. That's Weiss123. She's one of our Ultramods, and she says, hi, Aaron. And then Kathy also says, I'll be over on YouTube tonight. Very cool. Thank you. And then Kathy also says hi to Peggy. And so Kathy went right over there, zoomed right on over there to YouTube. And she says, hi, Aaron. Then I said, hi, Kathy. Okay. And there you go. And look who else is here. Another one of our Ultramods, Peggy Dancer. And she's over there on YouTube on the Portrait channel. And she says, hello, Aaron. Hot Games and Puzzles. Hi, Catherine Weiss. I'll be on Rumble. Very cool. Thank you. Got to thank the mods. And then Peggy Dancer says, hello, Aaron. Hello, Catherine Weiss. I'll be on Rumble. Thank you. I guess she in the landscape portrait. Such weird words. Anyway, Cap 78 Pack, that's Peggy Dancer again. That's her name over here on Rumble. She says, hello, Aaron. Hi, Weiss123. I'll be here. Thank you. And then Kathy puts this out. Please like and share this video with your friends, family, and social media. Hit the old thumbs up because it helps the old algo rhythm and the algo beat and the algo melody. All those algo things that we don't even know about yet. Who knows how many algo things they're keeping track of these days. But Kathy's got them all figured out right there. So thanks, Kathy, for putting that out there. And then Rose Thistle Art, this is before the show. She's looking at the thumbnail for tonight's show. And she says, Aaron, Truth Quest, Aaron Moriarty, Aaron. That font is fire. Chef's kiss. Perfect. I wish I would have I wish I was the one that picked the font. I just took a screenshot of a little video we're going to be showing in a little bit over on X. But so she really got a kick out of it. And Rose Lard says, hi, Kathy. Oh, look, she's got a couple camels in there and an owl and some hearts. How do you like that? And then Rose Thistleheart says, hello, Rose Thistleheart. I want to marry that font. What's it called? It's probably called Single. Who knows? And then Rose Thistleheart, she's got 3 laughy faces there. That's pretty funny. Marry a font. Do you take this font to be your lawfully wedded husband? I do. And then Truth Quest with Aaron Murray says, hi, Cap 78 Pack. Okay. Thank you. And then I said, hi, Rose Thistle Art. Hi. And then L. Then for some reason I hit return OL. I'm supposed to say LOL in the same thing. But we know how typing on the intranet goes. Not always as planned. Not sure about the font. Got the pick from a short, funny video. Bless me. And I said, hi, Peggy. Okay. I guess, how many, did I say hi to Peggy too many times? I guess you can't say it too many times. Then I said, hi, Kathy. Oh, good. I'm glad I said hi to Kathy. Got to even it out with these ultra mods here. And then Cap 78 Pack says, hello, Rose Thistle Art. And then Catherine says, hi, Rose Thistle Art. It's nice to see you on the show, in the chat. Very nice. And then Cap 78 Pack, Aaron, I sent you a music video because one, the band member's name is Brad Van Poppel, like your books. The band is Analogies Do Takeoffs of the Beatles. Oh, okay. I'll have to check that. Thanks. I'll have to check that. And Kathy says, hi, Aaron, over on the Portrait channel. And then Cap78 Pack says, video done by the Real Pro Horatio F. Melonhead on YouTube. Enjoy. Okay. I guess it would probably be in my email, perhaps. And then Rose This Lard says, cool. Thank you, Aaron. You're welcome. And then Rose This Large says, Cap78 Pack, a wavy hand and a heart. And Cap78 Pack, and that's how you do advertising, LOL. Yeah, yay, buddy. Yeah, having another content creator. And he did a great lead up to it. He said, now this is one of the best products ever designed or something like that. Gave it like lots of accolades. Very funny. Thanks, Peggy. And then Rose Theslart says, Leo Toast. Clink. Leo Toast. All righty. Well, looks like we're all through with that. And so let's go over to Facebook and see what all the hubbub's about with that crazy font that's going crazy all over the intranet. Everyone's scrambling to marry this font, apparently. Apparently. Had you heard about it? You did now. Look at that. Elon Musk, the man who bought the UK. So funny. The video is just hilarious. They just took Austin Powers and they superimposed his face. Actually looks pretty close. Oh, look who else is here. It's our good friend Valeronian. Valeronian, greetings, fellow Truth Questers, he says. And I gotta say hi to him. Hi, Valeronian. And that's great. And so she's wondering what the font is here. I bet you could probably, the internet's getting so good at knowing what everything is. Some AI somewhere is going to know, right? I mean, it doesn't even pay to know anything because everything knows more than, yeah, who knows? This is number 807. Number 807, Truth Quest with Aaron Moriarty. Number 807, full disclosure. Well, not quite full, maybe partial. Maybe we could say partial. Partial disclosure. And here's the guy that was the voice of George Jetson. Meet George Jetson. Remember that? George O'Hanlon had voiced George Jetson since the show's first episode in 1962. And that's when I was born. Excuse me. Imagine that. And by the mid-60s, a stroke had left him partially blind. When Hanna-Barbera brought the family back for new episodes, director Gordon Hunt read him each line before O'Hanlon recorded it, one at a time. He kept going anyway. In February 1989, he finished his dialogue for the Jetsons, the movie. His last work as George Jetson. George Jetson. Right after the session, he complained of a headache and was rushed to St. Joseph's Hospital in Burbank. A second stroke killed him there on February 11th, just hours after he wrapped up his final line. Wow. The finished film carries a dedication to him, well, it should, and to Mel Blanc, who died that same year. O'Hanlon had voiced Jetson for almost 3 decades, and it didn't stop until the job was done. Give him a raise posthumously, will ya? Make sure his kids and his grandkids all go to college or something. That's fantastic. Look at someone did. They took the old Fat Albert and they must have ran it through a filter and said, make these look like real people. And they're kind of scary looking, It looks like Somalia all over again, I don't know. Now this guy here and this guy and this guy, they sort of look sort of normalish. But the rest of these guys have just odd-shaped faces. And this guy, you never knew what he looked like. He always had that saggy hat with the eye holes. But it was a pretty good cartoon. It was funny. Hey, 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 Fat Albert. Yeah, it was Bill Cosby effort. Oh, did you hear about this? This is so sad. I wish these people weren't just so retarded. But they're totally retarded. They got TDS. Liberal women are getting more COVID booster shots while mocking RFK Jr. Oh, really? Oh, that's how you're going to push back against the truth coming out. You're just going to, pretend like there's nothing to these and all the information that's come out is somehow skewed. Still believe Anthony Fauci after you heard his emails? Really? Well, you're stupid. And I guess your stupid genes won't be passed on. That's very sad. I mean, I feel so sad for these people. And think about the reasons they're doing this. I mean, out of hate, out of pure hate. But maybe in her defense and others like her, the mainstream media, which I never watched, thank God, but they're just howling 24/7 about all these lies, and they're just brainwashing these dweebs into being complete, total meltdown retards that melt down. That's all they do. They melt down for a living, and they think they're getting one up on the system. Oh, ha ha, we'll show RFK Jr. We'll get all the vaccines at once and nothing's going to happen to us. Look, something strange happened. Well, it wasn't from that though. Yeah, tell us how that works out. Oh my, so sad, so incredibly sad. He says Neil Armstrong walked away from the program over what they saw on the moon. And this has been born. We know what they saw. They saw 6 or 7 giant spacecraft on this, hovering just above the surface of the moon, right in the edge of the crater where they landed. And apparently 9-foot aliens underneath, reptilians, on the surface of the moon. They got footage of it. They were told to point it away. Ham radio's got it, but they don't mention any of that. I wonder why.
Armstrong quit over what he saw on the moon. That's the claim from Bob McGuire. McGuire says the Apollo 11 crew spotted a craft near their landing site and were ordered to keep quiet about it. Everyone assumes Apollo brought back every photo it took. McGuire claims NASA holds airbrushed images of non-human structures on the far side of the moon, and that they may still be released.
Oh, the chat is hiding.
Armstrong quit over what he saw on the moon. That's the claim from
Sorry
Bob
about
McGuire. McGuire says the Apollo 11 crew spotted a craft.
Sorry about that. I let the chat on. Oh, I should say too, the bat phone is charging. So if anyone tries to call the bat phone, Kathy, it's charging right now, and I obviously can't hear it. It's in another room. So I apologize. It was completely dead. I had to charge it. And so I had kind of a busy day, I guess. So there you go. How do you like them apples? Oh, and Jesse Ventura. We all like to think, well, if I was, elected, I would do stuff differently. Now, Jesse Ventura did do a lot of things differently. He never talked to any lobbyists his whole time as governor. And he did get a train, an electric train from downtown Minneapolis to the airport, which had been talked about for decades, but never got anything done. He took all the red tape, took red tape away and got it done. But this is what happened on his first day. Listen to this.
This is what Jesse told him. And he was told by each one of the people what you're going to do over the next 4 years and what you're not going to do over the next 4 years. And if you get out of line, well, we want your kids to go to college. And it was his first day in office as governor. He had his feet up on the table and he's smoking a cigar and probably had a brandy with him, thinking he's on the top of the world. And I'm the governor, man. And all of a sudden, this little dweeb walks in, little short guy, and he says, "Governor, you're wanted in a meeting down in the basement." It's like, what? So he follows the guy. They go down into the basement. This big room with this big, huge oval table. There's like 40 people around this table. And he's like, looks around. He's like, "What in the hell's going on?" And the little dweeby guy goes, Jesse, this is the local CIA for Minneapolis and St. Paul. And he's like, "Well, that can't be, because the CIA's charter is they can't do anything domestically." And the whole table broke out laughing. And he said there were post office workers, nuns, UPS drivers. They'd be really important to have, by the way. And they sat down at the head of the table, and each one interrogated him for 8 hours. Told me that. He said, within 20 minutes of sitting down in that chair and having those people talk to me like that, I said, "I am never running for office again." And he never did. So I know you're right. This is what Jesse.
Yeah. So they threatened his children. That's why he didn't run for president. Why didn't he run for president? That's why. The CIA, yeah, their charter is not to be involved in domestic, but they also can do things in secret, and they have carte blanche. They can never get, for some reason, nothing ever happens to them. I think that something needs to happen to them. Criminals in action. I can't wait. And this is kind of a long video. It's about Ingersoll Lockwood, but it's got a short little video of John Trump. Let me see if I can find it.
Back in January 2019, I had something go viral about the book from the 1800s known as The Last President. It has connections to Trump and Trump's uncle, John G. Trump, and even Nikola Tesla. And then straight up, uncle was a very highly respected electrical engineer and a physicist. He had been working for the National Defense Research Committee. And it was this reason that they assigned John G. Trump, Trump's uncle, to gather up Tesla's belongings and his life's work. While Tesla had in his records that he had 80 trunks of his work, John G. Trump claimed he only found 30 trunks worth of Tesla's work. I'm going to show you a video from John G. Trump when he was older, referring back to this stuff. He says Tesla had wild ideas, but they were not actually far-fetched, and they were actually plausible. He literally said he abandoned everything he was known for as far as electric machinery goes, and instead began studying the acceleration of heavy particles to high energies. You know where I'm getting at with that one. So essentially, what that is, if you don't know, taking particles that have mass and pushing them to extremely high speeds using powerful machines, such as CERN, the Large Hadron Collider, which has been linked to all kinds of things from the Mandela effect to portals and parallel and mirrored universes. And CERN's statue is that of Shiva, the Hindu god of destruction. Now, CERN operates the Large Hadron Collider, like I just said. It's called the LHC, if you want to look it up, designed specifically to accelerate heavy particles to extremely high energies. And he was alive when this was there, by the way.
Only Professor John Trump, who is with us today, did not stop there. Now, when you went to MIT, I believe your original intentions, if they may be so described, was to go into electric power types of applications. Is that right?
That's right. I had become interested in the design of electric power machinery. And he has some wild ideas, but I've checked a few of them, and they stood up. For 6 weeks, I decided they were plausible and reasonable, and I abandoned the design of electric machinery and began studying the insulation of high voltages in vacuum and the acceleration of heavy particles to high energies.
Nuclear is so powerful. My uncle explained that to me many, many years ago, the power, and that was 35 years ago. He would explain the power of what's going to happen, and he was right. Who would have thought?
So the smart physicist suddenly abandons his work to switch to particle accelerators because of Tesla's work. With that thought in mind, here's a line from Stephen Hawking.
Oh, we're not going to I don't really give Stephen Hawking much. I don't know. He was a puppet. Here we go. Never give up the chance to hug and kiss the ones you love. Isn't that sweet? Oh, gosh. Just sweet. Too sweet. And here's something. Valeronian's going to like this. I've never heard of this guy before. Bill Herman, with 2 M's and 2 N's, claims the beings were interested in hieronomany, the concept of higher or sacred laws governing reality, reverse osmosis. Check this out. It's very interesting.
I was told by the occupants that they consist of a network of these objects that are operating around the world presently in the continental Western Hemisphere, is the way they worded it. And they're from a cluster of stars 32 light years away area in what we call reticuli, galaxy Zeta Reticulum, and that they were stellar astronomers, or that was their whole civilization. That's what they were geared to: stellar astronomy and life and study of life all across galaxies, and that they're a network sent here to initiate what they call direct observances, and they conduct inter-atmospheric flight and direct observance of people. What they do is they examine, they see the geographical spectrum. They examine the experiments that they conduct in what he called reverse osmosis and hydrodynamics. They conduct a lot of experiments over water. They conduct experiments in aeronomy and geodesy. See, these were things that came out after I was went through. Dr. Harder helped me a great deal by breaking that block. It was like I couldn't remember. No matter what I tried, I couldn't remember. So when I did remember, it was like a water pipe was busted in the water, just wouldn't keep turning over. I was told by the occupants that they consist of a network of these.
Interesting, huh? Well, it's another one to look into, I would say. Let's see. Measuring the Earth's shape, gravity, and physical properties. Yeah, I'll have to take a look at this guy. I really haven't looked into him. I just saw this video. I'm very intrigued by it. And now, I don't know if this woman ended up winning or what. I didn't really keep track of the races, but at this point she was losing. But they have these Democrats have a way of finding illegal ballots, and then they slip into office. RFK Jr. says Tylenol may be linked to autism, ADHD. Oh, God, I can't say it. That means I have it. Oh, no. If you can't say it, you have it. And liver toxicity in children. He's also questioning why Tylenol remains widely available while ivermectin faces restrictions. Because Big Pharma owns our politicians. Yeah, thanks, Diesel D. Yeah. Remember, shots make you shot, and pills cause ills. Every single time. Here's proof of that. Before the MMR vaccination and after the MMR. The only thing that changed was the MMR. Measles, mumps, and rubella. 3 in a row. This is what Trump is stopping. And this is what happens. They were never tested together. They were never tested in the first place, or in the second place, or in the third place. What a poor poor result for that child. Hopefully they can reverse the damage someday for these poor children. My goodness. And Dr. Simone Gold, of course, she was they tried to destroy her during the pandemic. And of all of the frontline doctors, you'd think that they would listen to the frontline doctors during the pandemic, but nope. They shunned them. Oh, you're not Fauci approved. And so they're trying to make ivermectin and hydroxychloroquine available over the counter. And I hope that they do. It's in almost every other country except Western countries. Explain that, huh? Oh, here is some of the highlights of the craziest year since I started space photography. Pleased to share my 2025 recap. Wow, this guy's really he must have one heck of a telescope and a knack for knowing where to go where there's no clouds. Check these pictures out. Beautiful.
Here's some of the highlights of the craziest year since I started space photography. I watched Mars go behind the moon. I watched a comet blast chunks into space. This comet came from another solar system. I spent months shooting a 400 megapixel photo of another galaxy, and then a year showing how it interacts with the Milky Way. I spent a lot of time shooting rockets. I even got permission to set cameras close to the launch pad, and got some bucket list photos of the rocket in flight. It took several tries to get this shot. This camera lens was destroyed by the launch. Totally worth it. I shot a rocket in front of the sun, using a telescope to see the sun's atmosphere. And this shot got me on my local news station. I built a new camera system to try to get detailed panoramas of our galaxy. It gave me some of my best shots yet of our skies. I brought it to the southern hemisphere to capture the Milky Way's satellites. They were majestically beautiful. This shot got me shortlisted as Astrophotographer of the Year. I worked with a NASA astronaut to try to get simultaneous shots of each other. This shot was also nominated for an award. I also braved sweltering desert heat to capture the ISS in front of the sun.
Wow.
Ooh, solar flare. That's not the only thing I captured in front of the sun. Yes, that's my friend Gabe in free fall in front of the sun.
Wow.
That shot made global news. It got so much attention, people were making memes about how annoying it was to see it everywhere. Of course, I photographed the planets too. These transits of Titan won't be back for decades. Jupiter had some wonderful moon transits as well. Ooh, it's Uranus. The moon went behind Earth's shadow in the most colorful lunar eclipse I've ever seen.
Look at that.
I even captured the moon's motion against the stars.
Look at that.
And way too many other things to name.
Wow.
This was the most challenging yet rewarding year of my life. Thank you all for your support throughout the year. Join me in 2026. It will be even crazier. Here's some of the highlights of the crazy. Here's some of the highlights.
Isn't that awesome? Let's see. What is this guy's name? Doesn't say. Maybe if you said who you were, might help. Might help people find you. But that's awesome work, mystery man. Look at this. Oh, there's water running from under the sink. Oh, this is funny.
Brandon, come here.
What's up?
It's water running from under the sink. And it's bad. I can't stop it.
What are you talking about? What did you do? Why you keep doing this to me? I'm done. Don't call me no more.
Brandon, come here.
Oh, what a lucky guy. He's got a goofy wife or girlfriend. That's hilarious. Area 52 investigations. Bob Lazar's Area 52 premieres. Well, this is, I think, an old. I don't know. There's so many Bob Lazar things going. Let's just watch this. See what
flying saucers, flying discs that are out there of extraterrestrial origin.
People, always said, well, how did you feel? How did you feel when you first looked at the craft? It's not excitement. It's an ominous feeling. It's just we're so used to something else. Mm-hmm. It's like, people say, well, that must have been so cool. No, it was not cool at all. I actually wanted to go back out. It's a really creepy feeling in there. Galileo was the project I was involved in that dealt with the power and propulsion system of the craft. This is where they talked about reverse engineering extraterrestrial equipment. This is when I really realized, okay, we are reverse engineering something that some other entities made. This is where it became real for me. And if they have a machine that is producing its own gravitational field, they really want to know how to make more of those.
Do you ever wish you could forget what you saw?
Oh, no, not at all. No. No, I want to see it again. I want to know more about everything there.
Wow.
If you could ask somebody who worked at S4 right now, right? If you could talk to them right now, what's something you'd ask?
What did you find out? Where did we go from there? I mean, tell me anything.
Yeah.
Tell me, how was the power generated? How did the components communicate to each other? What range did they work at? Just tell me anything. Fill in any blank at all. It's like having a crossword puzzle with nothing in it. Just please put a letter anywhere and I'd be happy. He rotates the emitter further than he did before, and a little black dot, a little ball forms there. And as I walked out under the craft, I couldn't see the craft. As I got closer to it, the craft just turned into sky. What I was seeing was the light bending around the craft. Imagine if you could control that, right? What you could do.
If you could have taken one small item from the hangar with you, what would it be?
From the hangar.
Or from the lab.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
That's kind of a trick question there. Boy, I just don't want to get into that.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Yep.
I mean, actually, to answer the question, I may have already done that.
Oh.
Flying saucers, flying discs.
See, now, if the government is serious about disclosure, they should get Bob Lazar and get all of the people together and the people from S4 together to talk to the public about it, because it's already public knowledge. Everyone believes him. I don't know anyone who doesn't believe him. Their disinformation has not worked. So why don't they just cut their losses and say, okay, we'll give him this much? That would be better than nothing. Did you find anything out through hypnosis that you didn't? I mean, sometimes it reveals some things here and there. Was there anything?
It served a purpose in the sense that what I recalled, I was unable to communicate. I hadn't even told my brother what had happened. I was just so extremely traumatized. So it removed that to where I could actually talk about it without secondary negative effect,
Wow.
That really aided in my recovery a lot. Dr. Harder was amazingly calming in his technique. It got rid of a lot of that fear.
Well, that's good to hear. That something helps, because that's monumental trauma.
Yeah.
But it didn't reveal anything that you had forgotten or couldn't pull out of your memory.
No.
Okay, so everything was pretty much while you were conscious.
Yeah.
You remember everything pretty clearly. Did you find anything out through hypnosis that you didn't? I mean, sometimes it reveals.
There you go, Bob Lazar and Travis Walton. And look at this strange moon. Now, our moon has a lot more character than this. This looks like it only has one color. This is Mimas, or Mimas, however you say that. The moon of Saturn, one of the hundreds of moons of Saturn. From NASA JPL, Caltech. From January 30th, 2017. House oversight. Tim Walz, new fraud since 2019. Vance refers to DOJ. Lock him up. Oh, and here's a 10-year memory of a really quick watercolor that I did one day. You know, the tall ships come into here. They used to come every year into Sturgeon Bay, and it's quite an event. And usually I go down and I look at them, I photograph them, and I thought maybe I'll just paint one in the distance with an orange sky with like stormy waters. I think that's what it's called. Stormy waters. So that's a watercolor. It was a lot of fun to do. It was very quick, very fast. And I think that's the way you have to do something like that, because otherwise it looks labored over. So there it is. A little bit of art. A little bit of art. Okay. Are you paying attention yet? This gal's, I think, oh yeah, the transgender dolls. We're going to skip over that. Muslims call me Allah. You know me as Satan. Yes, that's Satan there. Of course, the Muslims call him Allah. And they're just having a ball with him. Terrible. Disgusting. Evil, you might even say. Beware of those who wear hoods. Oh, and Rosa Solar, I like that painting, Aaron. And Rosa Solar, you captured the sea foam and reflections. So cool. Well, thank you. And Catherine Weiss says, beautiful painting. Well, thank you very much, Kathy and Rosa Solar. That's awesome. Yeah. I don't like even showing this kind of imagery, but you know, it is what it is. Is it fake or is it unexplained? What do you think?
The following footage has been debated for decades. It begins as a simple birthday party, a family gathering, a camera rolling, nothing unusual. But when the power cuts out, the night takes a turn no one expected. This is the McPherson tape. It's said to have been recorded in 1989. What follows is still subject of debate. As the men step outside to check the fuse box, events begin to unfold.
Holy, what the hell was that? What was that? What the hell was that? I don't know. Was that the power? Is the power back on in the house now? It looked like something went over there. Let's go check it out. Come on.
A strange light passes overhead, then vanishes into the woods. Notice something. What they saw isn't even caught clearly on camera.
Yeah. What the hell's that? What the hell is that? Look at it.
Curiosity pulls them deeper. What they found was never meant to be seen.
It's a spaceship, Mike. No way. Bullshit. It's not a spaceship. Holy, what is it then? Holy guys, I'm zoomed in. It's a spaceship. Holy. Oh my God. Holy.
There was no turning back.
You guys are gonna get the out of here. No, man. Holy shit. They're looking at us. Get out of here.
They run, Because whatever this is, it sees them too. Back inside, the family huddles in panic, arguing as the terror closes in.
Get in the house!
Fear takes over. The camera never stops rolling.
Jason, get the brownies. Get the brownies. Load them. There it is! It's right there!
Then, footsteps on the roof. A single shot through the ceiling.
You got it! I think you got it!
They think they got it, but fear still lingers. The camera is set down, still rolling, and what it captures next may be the most disturbing part of all. It's the moment that created endless debate. Many people claim it's kids in bike helmets, but that is not a bike helmet. And notice how long the arms are. As soon as the being looks at the camera, it glitches out. The following footage has been debated for decades. It begins as a simple...
They left out part of that video where he brings the body in, and there's like a really close-up of the head. But yeah, I don't know. What do you think about that? They redid it years later with different actors, so it wasn't the same footage. This was the original footage, some of the original footage, I believe. But you can't find it. There's our last show, which brings us back around the bend. And Rose Thistleard says, don't ever shoot a gun up. That bullet comes down with gravity. Yes, it does. Well, I guess unless it's lodged in the chest cavity of an alien, maybe, right? But yeah, shooting up, it does come down, and sometimes it hits people like on top of their head and kills them. So don't shoot up. Yeah, harder to fake VHS. Yes, it was definitely VHS. Oh, Cap 78 Pack says, I like the painting too, Aaron. Well, thanks, Peggy. And what do you think of that video, Valeronian? Have you seen that? The McPherson footage? I'm sure he's probably seen it. It was making the rounds many years ago. Quite a while. Yes, Rose Thistleart asks, is the body that he brought inside one that he shot through the roof? I believe so. It's a very intense video. At one point, he's yelling at his girlfriend or wife, and he's got like a gun, and he's, don't bring it in here. I'm bringing it in here. Don't bring it in here. It's like, we're leaving on the car. We're leaving. And it's like, if they were actors, like the best actors in the world, I don't know. I mean, it seems pretty realistic to me, but who knows? You never know. Maybe it was just a hoax, but it's extremely well done. And they never did another one after it. I mean, if you're good at something, don't you do it again? I don't know. Well, let's go over to X and find out what's going over there so we can see why Elon Musk might be purchasing the UK, the United Kingdom. Imagine that. And it all started with a Babylon Bee article. Of course, Babylon Bee is satire. So look at this. Dr. Clown, PhD, puts this out. Elon Musk, the moment he buys the UK. Look at that. King Elon. And here's our show. Excuse me. Here's our show. Elon Musk. 807. His Majesty, King Elon Musk. Look at that coat. Coat of arms, you might even say. Oh, here's the post. The Babylon Bee puts this up. Babylon Bee. Elon Musk buys United Kingdom to establish free speech there. Elon says, How much is it? Where's the cart? Oh, can I just go to the website and put it in the cart? Pay for it? Demand free speech? Wouldn't that? Oh, the British would love that. They would love it, wouldn't they? Oh, did you hear about this? A job well done. Anna Paulina Luna says about Caroline Levitt is leaving. Of course, she just had another baby and she's got little kids at home. She wants to spend more time with the kids. And I can only just imagine if she was aboard Air Force One when Trump wasn't there, realizing they're probably on a decoy plane, might have shook her a little bit. But she has done a fabulous job. And I really think that, you know, she's so good at her job, and she's such a she's both pretty and beautiful, kind of cute and beautiful. She's kind of like a blonde Marianne. Everyone loves her. She's just an amazing. I mean, her smile. Look at her smile down here. It just brings joy. She's a wonderful person. What a treat to have her as the press secretary. 9gag meme land at Love Meme Land put this out. Here's a lottery ticket. How lucky are you? Me. What lottery tickets? Number 2? Oh, 3. 8? Oh, 9. 15? Oh, 14. 16, oh, 17, 36, oh, 35. I missed every single one. Isn't that the way it goes? Chat is on the screen. Oh, okay. Thank you. I lose track of that sometimes. I get all excited. Okay. Sorry about that. And here's Nick Sorter, Stephen Miller talking about how great Caroline Levitt is. We all know that. Of course, we know that. We don't need to rehash it. Here's the eclipse from the space station. How do you like that? Look at that, will you? Big black spot on the Earth. Just made a little spot. That's it. How do you like them apples? The eclipse. I did not get up early enough. And here's that video where we got the font from. We got to watch the whole. Hold on. We got to get this all as big as we can get it. Okay, here we go. I think this is so good. Oh, so good. Oh, God, why can't it? Anyway. Yeah. Behave.
Autonomous, baby, ah!
Autonomous, baby, ah. That's just so good. Thanks, DFF. That's pretty freaking awesome. And boy, wouldn't that be nice if Elon Musk bought Great Britain, the UK, England, if you will. And this is just in Planned Parenthood. Check this out.
I just want to follow up on that. If Planned Parenthood is defunded, would you look into the harvesting of baby organs that they've done throughout the years and maybe go after some criminal prosecution on that?
Well, I think you're talking about a subject that is a heated subject, and we'll look into it. We're going to look into everything, but that's certainly a subject that's been debated for a long time, and we will look into it. Yeah.
Mr. President, I just want to follow up on that. If Planned Parenthood,
They're going to look into it, and that's good. Yeah, these demons need to look at this from the eclipse. Look at that. Total props to the
¡No pares, sigue! ¡No pares, por Dios!
Here it is. Danny Leon. Well, that's pretty darn cool, I gotta say. That's just pretty darn cool. And what's this? You know, I don't really cover too much of Grush. I just, it's such a limited hangout. I just never got into it. But, you know, I gave you my idea. I think that the government should just get Bob Lazar and a few other key people who've brought information forward, along with places they worked, with a full presidential pardon of any NDAs that they own. Or whistleblowers demand Trump cut the NDA chains on UAP truth. David Grush, Dylan Borland, Jeffrey Nuccelli, and fellow insiders, never heard of them, just went public with a direct appeal to President Trump. He's already done 2 separate things for it. It's not enough for these guys. It's never going to be enough because the people holding the information will never give it up. Okay? And this is someone who wants it. Me. I want it. Okay. They say the July 2026 NDA waiver and the July 31st Pursue memo from ODNI still leave them silenced. Bureaucracy is blocking the path to AARO. Well, that's because they need to add an N to it. AARON. That would complete it and make it whole, and I would make sure that they would get everything. Okay? Just change it. Put the N on there. Bring me in there. I'll help. And the Presidential Task Force, extreme secrecy on UAP, UFOs, non-human crash retrievals, alien crash retrievals, and reverse engineering programs continues. These witnesses argue the American people own the truth. Yes, we should. Unelected gatekeepers are obstructing the president's own directive, as they always have, illegally. Their solution, full personal release from all secrecy obligations so they can speak freely now. Isn't that what the president already did? If a system won't deliver disclosure, they want Trump to empower them to do it themselves. They already have the power. It's freedom of speech, and he's given them. What are they asking for? I don't know. It's just a waste of time to me, these people. Here is some important, interesting footage from many years ago already, 2003. And has a weird glow to it over the water. Let's watch that. I don't believe there's any sound on this. Look at that thing. Now, it looks a lot like one of the Billy Meyer craft, and one of the Billy Meyer ones that I think is probably fake. It literally looks like hubcaps bolted together. But, you know, I don't think this footage has ever been debunked. And the way it glints, watch right here, it'll turn like red. See? it glows. That could be it's powering up and it's bending light around itself and becoming a light or trying to become a light. Well, let's look at, so they fed this into AI, and the AI made some wrong assumptions. And here's what AI thinks it should look like. I don't know. Doesn't quite look like I don't know. I don't know what to say about that. You know, isn't the footage good enough on its own without having to muck it up with AI? That's what I say. Oh, and look at James O'Keefe. He's in Minnesota, going undercover. Justice League has arrived in Minneapolis on primary day in Minnesota. I wonder how they did, trying to get this person totally cloaked to get him to vote without an ID, I bet, right? Let's see. Excuse me. Breaking, Germany's right-wing anti-Islamic migration party just surged in tonight's West Germany state elections, making a surprising 11-point gain. It should be like 111 points, shouldn't it be? The people want it. So there you go. There's the old eclipse there. Look at that. A fire in the sky right there. From Iceland. Whew. It's not warming them up at all. Daffy Duck is on every Dodge Viper. Dodge Viper, very cool sports car. Here's the logo. You flip it upside down. It looks a lot like Daffy Duck. It surely does. Here's the bill, shape of the head, the eyes, the nostrils. Very interesting. I wonder if it was on purpose. Maybe he's a big Daffy Duck fan there. And here's the eclipse from an airplane. Look at this. Wait a minute. People are floating up. What's going on? Is this when gravity stopped?
Wait. What the hell is that? No, wait! What the fuck? Oh my god!
Made with AI. Yeah, okay. Because someone was predicting that during the eclipse that Earth would go 7 seconds without gravity. So that's what they were probably playing up on. Frank talked about it on his show. And you know, I had a part of my young life where I was afraid to go outside because I was afraid that I would fall up, that gravity wouldn't work for me. It happened in second grade after I had been laying on I talked about this before, but I was laying on the grass. It was a nice, warm, summer day in school, outside during recess. I'm laying on the nice, fresh grass. I'm looking up at the sky, and it was just a beautiful, beautiful day. And there was no kids around me. And I looked up, and I saw the moon during the daytime. And it was the first time that I can remember seeing the moon during daytime. I just had never noticed it before. But since I was looking up, I noticed it. And I went, wow, how come I can see the moon during the daytime? And I thought, well, if I can see the moon during the daytime, I should also be able to see the stars, because the stars are like much shinier, much more like a flashlight than the moon. So I looked in the blue sky and I couldn't see any stars. I looked all over and I thought to myself, maybe I'm not looking far enough. Maybe I'm not looking far enough. And then I started looking farther, and all of a sudden I was up there. I left my body and I freaked out. I looked back and the earth was like tiny, like I was really up there. And I freaked out and I zoomed back into my body, and then I was just grabbing the sod. And for weeks after that, I didn't want to go outside because I didn't want to fall up again. So that's the closest thing to losing gravity I ever experienced, and it was frightening. Well, Marine Le Pen mosques will be shut down. The Muslim Brotherhood dissolved. Those connected to Islamist ideology must be stripped of nationality and expelled. She is truly France's last hope. Yes. Make France France again. And there's Snoopy and Woodstock looking at that eclipse. It was only 1% here, and it was early in the morning. I wasn't up to get it. Okay, this is great.
From misery to happiness to be. I'm on my way from misery to happiness to be. I'm on my way to what I want from this world, and years from now you'll make it to the next world, and everything that you receive up yonder is what you give to me today. I wonder. I took a right turning yesterday. Yeah, I took a right turning yesterday. I took the road to your hometown. I took the bus.
Oh God.
I'm on my way from misery to happiness.
Popping a wheelie. Man, maybe safety belts. And if you have a friend that keeps getting injured golfing, you know why. Oh my goodness. Seat belts, an airbag perhaps, might help a little bit. Defeat Democrats. Juanita Broderick put this out. She says, true. Friendly reminder, Biden left U.S. Marine Robert Gilman rotting in Russian prison for 4 years. Meanwhile, he traded the Merchant of Death for Brittany Griner. Joe Biden abandoned a U.S. Marine. President Trump brought him home today. And Brittany Griner had quite a 5 o'clock shadow when it was released. But this guy here doesn't look so good, does he? He probably didn't get much to eat. So sad. Thune fights for the recess. The country comes last. Yes, that's thanks, Sherry. Thune abandoned the country. Yeah, he just didn't do his job. So he's going to lose it. And look at this, NASA live. It's Eclipse Day. Come watch with us. And it shows Trump looking up. He's always looking up. He's an optimistic kind of a guy. Look at Thune's hometown meeting. He had to rush home because his constituents love him so much. And what's on the mind of every single one of those guys there? This is the last time they're going to a Thune meeting. He didn't do squat. And they're pissed, as they should be. My goodness. What a dismal turnout. Was it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? Maybe these guys were like the organizers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. 5 people. 5 people showed up. Good thing you didn't have a whole stadium, because it would be empty. Here it is, the eclipse from an airplane. Let's check it out. Look at that. Look at just how little it looks. Look at that. It's very strange looking, isn't it? No sound. Oh, look, Planet of Memes. Billions of dollars later, California high-speed rail. 0 pieces from Lego. Yeah, it doesn't take any pieces to make that. It's not there. Thanks, Gavin Newscomb. You showed us that you can spend billions of dollars and have nothing to show for it. Absolutely nothing. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent has just ordered the FinCEN to surge a geographical targeting order in Minnesota following massive Somali fraud. So they're going to geo-track who's sending this money where, and they're going to track it down and claw it back. Good. And send Ilhan Omar out. Amazing. Somalians in Minnesota say the mall is practically empty after all the ICE raids. This is exactly what I voted for. Keep up the pressure. Yeah, I couldn't go to the Mall of America last time I was there because it was all full of Somalis. And they don't allow white people in there. Because, because they're so whatever. They're so whatever. Oh, and look at this. This is a blast from the past. In 2008 in Indiana, 2008, what happened? A little voter fraud, perhaps. Listen to this.
I'll give you an example of where it has been determinative, and that's in my home state of Indiana, St. Joseph County. The gentleman you previously worked for, David Axelrod, Barack Obama, got on the ballot because Democrats in that county submitted fraudulent ballot petition signatures. People, including the Democrat county chair, went to jail over that. Barack Obama should not have been on the primary ballot in the state of Indiana.
But that's not a voting. That's not a.
But
voting
it's still
issue. Like that's something.
Well, it is a voting issue because he was on the ballot and people could vote for him. And he
That's not a Save America Act issue, though. That's not a. They're stealing the elections. Illegals are voting. That's an Indiana issue because Indiana is the one that determines who's on their ballot.
How did that get determined?
How did that get determined? It was finally exposed 2 years later. It went through the courts, and several people found themselves in jail. Finally. But that's the problem. It didn't happen. They didn't find it before he was on the ballot. But years after.
Do you
see? And Swalwell is trying to, this is just Indiana's problem. No. Yeah, God. Look at this. From Massimo, a vertical wind tunnel in China that lets you experience the sensation of real human flight. Now, I remember this from back in the 80s, I think the late 80s, called the Flyaway. Same thing, but in America. You could do it in Vegas and other places, theme parks. It's called the Flyaway. It's a jet engine pointing straight up. Now, there's one in China, I guess, but did they forget about the one here? So if you ever wanted to skydive but really didn't want to skydive, but you sort of wanted to have the feeling what it was feeling like, this is for you. It's a little safer. I mean, hopefully you don't come crashing down and get sucked into the jet engine. That wouldn't be a good ending. I don't think anyone would like that. Oh, Rose Thistlard says Dr. Alan Keyes was physically pushed out of a debate with Obama in Illinois during that race. Oh, yeah, I remember that. Isn't that interesting? And they got him in by doing all these shenanigans. Isn't that curious? Isn't that just curious? Oops. Uh-oh. What did I do? Oh, no. How did that happen? Okay. Close your eyes. I'm going to zoom. We're zipping through time here. Oh, it's just so time. Oh, there we are. Right back to where we were. Breaking. President Trump has immediately escalated to the Supreme Court after leftist judge Indira Talwani. Oh, nice American name. Not. Blocked his election integrity executive order. Oh, gee, I wonder why. Gee, I wonder why. Yeah. So there you go. And breaking, Attorney General Todd Blanche just announced the arrest of 11 naturalized U.S. citizens from China who arranged over 1,000 sham marriages. And they paid the Americans that they got convinced to do this like 30 grand to marry some Chinese woman, and of course, it really wouldn't be just on paper or something like that. And look at this. This is heartwarming. This guy is driving along and he finds this woman. She fell.
You okay?
Yeah. I'm gonna stand up in a minute.
You want to count to 3? I'm gonna get under your arms. I'm gonna lift you up. You tell me. We're gonna count to 3, okay? 3, 2, 1. You're gonna have to just sit back. I got you. You okay?
Yep.
It's okay. Okay. All right. I got you. Don't strain yourself. I got it. I got you in the chair. Oh, let's get out of this water.
Thank you.
No problem. No problem. No. You don't have to turn around. If you can lift your legs up, I'm just gonna push you. Yeah.
Isn't that sweet?
All right, let me go get you a cup of water.
Isn't that nice?
You
Ryan
okay?
Patrick helped this elder. Carter Ryan Patrick helped this elderly woman.
You want to count to 3? I'm gonna get under your arms. I'm gonna lift you up. You tell me. We're gonna count to 3.
Isn't that just nice? This is what we got to do, folks. Do nice things for people. Okay, look at that, and look at this. And this is when ice crystals can make rainbow colors in clouds sometimes when the sunlight shines through. Isn't this beautiful? Unless it's AI. Let's check down here. Is it AI? It doesn't say. It's absolutely beautiful. Looks like sorbet, doesn't it? Looks like Neapolitan sorbet. Raspberry sorbet. The last Democrat who knew what a woman is. And he loved all of them. Oh man. It's pretty sick the way he was. It's kind of comical looking back on it, but yeah, at least he knew what a woman was. Donald Trump, prison with Joe Biden, freedom with President Trump. Yes, I think they got him just in the nick of time too. Look, he does not look so good. Here he is right here, I believe. Looks very sickly. Hopefully he can make a dramatic comeback. Oh, and Anna Paulina Luna entered into the record the $32 million Adam Schiff misappropriated for the Russian collusion hoax. As chairman of the House Intel, Schiff launched a political campaign against a sitting president. Yeah, he's going to fry. And I can't wait. And she's doing a great job.
Most members of Congress, and certainly not accessible to the American people, Schiff abused his privileges, claiming to know the truth, while leaving Americans in the dark about his this web of lies. Lies so severe that they altered the course of the country forever. The fraudulent spending of $32 million.
Yeah. Oh, look at this. Johnny Midnight. Amazing. They didn't believe Paula Jones. They didn't believe Tara Reid, but they believed E. Jean Carroll with zero evidence. Not even a date. I poisoned you and your family, and I got away with it. Pericarditis up 690%. Myocarditis up 610%. Guillain-Barré syndrome up 250%. Blood clots 320%. That's what my dad died from. And encephalomanitis 380% increase. Yeah, those kind of large increases don't happen unless you poison lots of people. You want to go fishing? It's not an electric eel. It's a very shiny silver fish. Look at this thing. Look at that. Wow. That's pretty cool. Electric, you might even say. Maybe it is electric. I don't know. But I think it's just because it's silver. Maybe it is electric. Don't touch it. I wouldn't touch it. There you go. There's a lot of fish in the sea, and they're all different. No two are the same. Holy swamp fox alert. Oh, he let his Secret Service name out. I don't think you're supposed to do that. You might have to pick another one now.
That the spirit of Charleston is with us. That one of my ancestors fought with Francis Marion, the swamp fox, which I think I'm going to get in trouble here, is also my Secret Service name. And I didn't. Well, when I chose it, I didn't realize it had two meanings. So, but I can tell you that everybody who came before you all would be so proud to see you all standing here on the 250th anniversary of our great country. And Senator Graham loved the military. That the spirit of Charleston is with us.
The swamp. Swamp fox. Interesting. And he's like a fox. He's rooting out all the... Oh, and today's kids don't know how amazing this intro was and is. Oh, yeah, it was and is. Oh, yeah. Pure magic, and it was such a great show. And look at this. President Trump just walked into a massive roaring crowd at the Patriot games. Look what he's done. I mean, what other president would have done all this cool stuff? And here's Mike Lindell casting his vote. I think he's up against a lot of cheating.
Tried to say I wasn't a resident, that I, didn't live here, but here I am, really voting today. It's going to be an amazing day. I'm encouraging everybody to get out and vote. We have a few hours left, and I'm looking forward to the watch party tonight. And we'll hopefully we can save Minnesota and make it affordable again. So I'm really encouraged. I'm going to head in to vote now.
All right.
He's in Tonka Bay. Look at this. Tonka Bay. Look at that. Tonka Bay. Now, Tonka Bay is a beautiful little place. And why is it Tonka? Because Lake Minnetonka, there's a lot of things in that area that use the name Tonka, including Tonka Toys. That's where they got their name. But Tonka Bay, a great little place near my hometown. I did not know he lived there, so that's interesting. Great little place.
Hello, how y'all doing? Hello.
There he goes. Cast his ballot in Tonka Bay. If you look right here, here's a map. See all the water all around it? That's Lake Minnetonka. It's like a bunch of bays. And this must be Tonka Bay right here. Yeah. You have to drive through Tonka Bay to get anywhere from where I lived. I guess you could go another way, but that's the best way. Lots of lake. Lots of lake shore you go driving by. It's beautiful, beautiful country out there. Just fantastic. And also in Minnetonka, I think it was at a movie theater in Minnetonka. That's where I saw Purple Rain. And when he said, first you have to cleanse yourself in the waters of Lake Minnetonka, the whole crowd went, yeah! He put us on the map. Thanks, Prince. So there goes Mike Lindell. I hope that he can overcome the cheating, which is obviously happening. Central casting. Notice how many times that Trump says central casting? Let's listen to this. This is interesting. I don't know if this is true, but check it out.
He just said, the players are in position, and the script, written in classified briefings and sealed indictments, is finally being performed for the world to see. Let's talk about casting, shall we? Chairman Xi, central casting? President Trump has a way of cutting through the diplomatic fog with a single, unfiltered observation. Xi, tall for a Chinese man, isn't he? And then the killer line, central casting. What does that mean? It means the people you see on the world stage, the leaders, the dictators, the puppet presidents, are not always what they appear. Some are born, some are made, and some are placed. Central casting, the intelligence community's term for assets who are cultivated, positioned, and activated when the moment demands.
Wow.
Watch Xi. Watch his movements. Watch his messaging. The more you understand central casting, the more you see the machinery beneath the headlines. Fauci. No statute of limitations for treason or crimes against humanity, folks. Calm down. They told you to trust the science. They told you to obey. They told you the experiments on human beings were for your own good. Now the reckoning comes. There is no statute of limitations for treason. There is no statute of limitations for crimes against humanity. Not in military law. Not in the tribunals that are quietly being prepared. Dr. Anthony Fauci and his network of pharmaceutical accomplices are learning what patriots have known for years. The bill always comes due. The masks are off. The emails are public. The testimonies are locked in. It's a military operation, folks. Keep watching. Nuremberg 2.0 is coming to a theater near you. Not a metaphor, a prediction. The same legal architecture that convicted Nazi war criminals is being dusted off and aimed at the architects of the greatest medical fraud in human history. The theater is opening. What do central casting and military tribunals have in common? The same director. The same deep state that placed assets in foreign governments also placed assets in our own agencies. The same network that hid the truth about gain of function research also hid the truth about election interference, about financial corruption and fraud, about the dismantling of our borders. And now the same military apparatus that has been quietly preparing for this moment is stepping onto the world stage. Nuremberg 2.0, not in Germany, in America. Not for Nazis, for traitors. Your role in the audience. You are not a passive observer. You are a witness. Watch the casting. Who appears? Who disappears? Who's positioned for what role? Watch the tribunals. Coming soon for you to see. The first dominoes have fallen. The rest will follow. Watch the media melt down. When they cannot control the narrative, they will try to discredit the messengers. Your role in the audience. Again, you are not a passive observer. You are a witness. Watch the casting. Who appears, who disappears, who is positioned for which roles. Watch the tribunals coming soon. The dominoes have fallen. The rest will follow. Again, watch the media meltdown. When they cannot control the narrative, they will try to discredit the messengers. Do not be shaken. You were shown this for a reason. Theater is opening. Popcorn is smelling good. The truth is performing. And the final act? That is the one they never wanted you to see.
The Peppy cleanup is coming. The Peppy cleanup. And Minnesota, it's time for a change. Mike Lindell is on a mission to bring common sense values back to the state. Yes, I really hope that he can overcome it. Is it over? I don't know. We have it all. Enjoy the show. That's Trump. Cops beat Chinese man after asking for his name. And the Chinese man says, "I've lost all faith in our police," says Fuck you. F-U-K-U-Y-U. Yeah. What's your name? F-U. What's your name? I can see that escalating. I can see it escalating. Oh, look at all of the bikers are going to Dearborn. Look at this. August 18th. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at this. It's official. Kellogg's is removing artificial colors from Fruit Loops and Apple Jacks, an entire year ahead of schedule. Another win for Secretary RFK Jr. Isn't that good? Boy, it's been so long since we've eaten any of that crap. Breaking, parents can now sue states if they don't allow their children to opt out of vaccines by using religion exemptions. This is huge news. Yes. So no more are you required to have vaccinations federally, and you can opt out of them. So that's good. And there's our last show. So we're gonna stop it right there. We're gonna call it a night, except I wanted to show you something. And then we're going to say goodnight. And I want to thank you all for coming along. But I came across something today. I was looking for something in my files. And I came across something. Well, I came across this. I'll show you this first. Of course, this is the Suck It In and Flex routine, the Truth Quest 5-second total body workout routine. Suck it in and flex. Yes. You can look better, feel better, look younger, and have more energy. Yes. Don't forget, flexing is important because flexing your muscles is using your muscles. And so just by flexing, you are building muscle. The more you flex, the more you build. Flex, relax. Flex, relax. And it's just like running, I'm telling you. But that's what I really wanted to show you was something else I found. I found that too, but here's something else that I found. And I hope that you find it interesting. I find it very interesting. Now, my brother Mark rebuilt this. He bought a famous car from the past, and he redid it. It was a custom car built by Carcraft magazine back in early 60s. Well, here it is. And it's quite an article. So let's see. AMT 1964 1/25th scale designed by Bill Cushenberry. And you can see the Dream Rod right here. This is the car my brother made. Here's my brother right here with the Dream Rod after he totally rebuilt it. It had been transformed into the Tiger Shark. This company that purchased it back in like 66 or 68, they did this modification to it called the Tiger Shark. But this car is in the original, it was one of the original Hot Wheels in 68. So, but it's not called the Dream Rod. They named it something else because they couldn't call it that. Show rods come from wherever the inspiration is. In this case, Carcraft magazine was forecasting the demise of vintage tin for hot rod projects. Like, tea buckets. You need a Model T to make a tea bucket. And everyone was making tea buckets and they're running out of Model Ts. Right? So they said, so in 1961, and decided to build one from late model parts instead. Dream Rod was designed to incorporate then current Detroit steel from local wrecking yards. They brought in promoter Bob Larrivee and coordinate with Bill Cushenberry, who finalized the design. Great design. The car was built by the Carcraft staff. From such disparate elements as a 1952 Jowett Jupiter chassis, 1960 Corvair quarter panels, and 1960 Pontiac doors and fenders. After a 9-month gestation period, Dream Rod immediately began working the show circuit. Sold to the International Show Car Association in 1966 and renamed Tiger Shark. They also changed it a little bit. Several ill-advised changes destroyed its appeal. From 2005 to 2009, Monster Mark Moriarty, my brother, restored it to the original iteration. Top left. Nearly impossible to find now, Dream Rod came with a timely box art, many movable parts, and even a revolving display stand fortified with real ball bearings. Although never technically reissued, MPC released a Tiger Shark kit in '67, which was actually a controversial '66 makeover of Dream Rod by the International Show Car Association, which owned it at the time. With a brighter box art and some animated parts, and even the swiveling display stand, Tiger Shark kits now equal Dream Rods in collectability. Of course, the holy grail for Bill Cushenberry fans is the Dream Rod and Tiger Shark displayed side by side. Photo courtesy of Dave Shooten, top right. Where has the real Dream Rod been hiding? Where else but Mark Moriarty's Minnesota garage, home of America's most beloved show car restorations. Moriarty thanks the show rod gods for yet another opportunity to get his hands on the legendary cars that inspired him as a kid. Isn't that nice? Photo courtesy of Scott Parkhurst, middle. Like any kit, Dream Rod looks even better when surrounded by appropriate paraphernalia. Mark Moriarty owns most of that nowadays, and he built the kit too. Photo courtesy of Mark Moriarty, bottom. Dream Rod's evil twin, the infamous Tiger Shark, which has developed its own unique cool factor following over time. Yeah, the Tiger Shark not as cool. See, the Dream Rod has open top fenders, where the Tiger Shark, they covered it with fiberglass. The Dream Rod's all metal, so Mark took off all the fiberglass, and there's a picture of him in it, and it's not a car that a normal sized person can fit in comfortably. It's very small inside, but nevertheless, a very cool show car, and I'm proud of my brother. And congratulations, Mark, on becoming a superstar in the custom car field. Amazing. I'm so proud of my brother. And, Rose Lart says, that's a nice car. Oh, and Kathy says, good night, everyone. And Rose Lart says, oh, it's a nice car, isn't it? Yeah, it has a Corvette feel to it. Yes, it sort of does. Actually, also kind of a Fiero head looking. I think Fiero borrowed from that. I love going to your brother's channel and viewing his museum in his house. Yeah, Mark. Yay, Mark. Yes. Yep. And Rose Lart says, does your brother go surprise children at hospitals and stuff by dressing as Spider-Man or something? No. Now he goes to car shows. Sometimes he brings his cars to car shows. I might be thinking of someone else's brother. Okay. I do know someone who was a Spider-Man impersonator. My friend from New York. Good night, sweet dreams, Kathy, says Roast This Alert. And Valoranian, thank you, Aaron. You're welcome, buddy. I'll say my good night. Thank you all so very much. Thank you all so very much. Oh, and I want to thank all of the new subscribers. We got a couple new subscribers or followers to the channel, and thank you very much. We really appreciate that, and share it out to your friends and spread the word. And there's my little message. Massage message. Thank you all so very much. And Valoronian comes in and says, good night, fellow Truth Questers. Well, good night, buddy. And I hope you all have a wonderful evening and a great rest of your week. And Roast This Alert says, thank you, Aaron and Questers. Sweet dreams, everyone. Much love. Thank you very much. Oh, and here comes Peggy Dancer. Thank you, Aaron, for the great show tonight. Have a great night and better tomorrow. God bless you. Much love and peace in. See you Friday, fellow Truth Questers. Well, thanks, Peggy. We got the best Ultramods. Oh, and I want to also thank Kathy for her recent donation. Thank you very much. And we'll see you on Friday. Why? We do this Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Why? Because we're just downrange of strange, where the outrageous is contagious. And the paranormal is the new normal, served up every other day almost. So keep your cameras and video cameras and phones pointed to the skies so you don't miss that crazy UFO captured on video or photograph, and come on to the Truth Quest and talk about it. We'd love to hear it, and we look forward to it. And we hope that you have a great night. Thank you for tuning in, because you are the Truth Questers. Until Friday at 9 p.m. Central, peace in. That's world peace, baby. Yeah. Alrighty, Aphrodite. Thank you.